Okay, kids, welcome to day one of doing our daily five. Today we're going to concentrate on read to self, and I'm going to go over the three ways on how to read a book to yourself. Today I'm going to demonstrate using Pirates, and we're going to we're going to learn about Blackbeard today. I'm only going to read you two chapters. We're going to start off kind of light today. Alright, here you can see we got Blackbeard. He's a little bit of a crazy looking guy. He's got some smoke coming out of his hair. He's wearing a black hat. He's got a real dark black beard. It's braided. He's got some guns. You can see down here because he's a pirate. And then you can see a ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, in the background. So let's learn a little bit about Blackbeard. So first we've described what he looks like. So we've described the picture to ourselves. And now we're going to learn a little bit about him and see if that picture makes sense. So Blackbeard's name was Edward Teach. In the early 18th century, one pirate rose above the others to become the most dreaded and cunning buccaneer of all time. He was known as Blackbeard, the wild-eyed pirate with the fearsome figure and evil soul. Even today, nearly 300 years after his death, his name still calls up the ghosts of fear and destruction. Blackbeard's real name was probably Edward Teach, but some history books say it may have been Thatch or Drummond. He was born around 1680 in Bristol, England. Little is known of his family or his early life. One clue, however, is the fact that Teach was able to read and write, skills more likely found in people of wealth. Teach's education in the art of seamanship began during the War of the Spanish Succession, also known as Queen Anne's War. Fought from 1701 to 1714, when Teach would have been in his 20s and early 30s. The war pitted England and the Dutch Republic against France and Spain over who would be the next king of Spain. The war was also fought over who would control Spain's lands, including the resource-rich colonies of North America. Teach was a member of the crew of an English ship sailing from ports in the Caribbean island of Jamaica. The captain of his ship had been given a letter of marque. This was an official document from the government of England that granted private armed vessels permission to capture and raid Spanish and French ships. Many countries issued letters of marque to private ships. The licenses were an inexpensive way for governments to boost their own naval forces. Ship captains and their crew who used letters of marque were known as privateers or gentlemen pirates. They could legally attack pirates from countries with whom they were at war, sharing the plunder or booty with their governments. The system was ripe with abuse, however. After wartime had passed, many privateers turned to piracy, attacking whatever ships they wished and keeping all the profits. For Edward Teach, his education in seamanship and thievery led him to that exact next step. Alright. Oh, he looks like he made the leap to Blackbeard. You can see there's another picture of him. He's got smoke coming off of his hair, it looks like, wearing that big hat, and he's got that big long beard that's colored black, and it looks like it still has all the braids. He's got a lot of guns on him. He looks like a really mean man. By the end of Queen Anne's War in 1714, Edward Teach was a skilled man of the sea. After the war, he led a pirate's life of violence. In 1716, he found himself looking for work on the island of New Providence in the Bahamas. The port city of Nassau on the east coast of New Providence had a natural harbor that allowed for shallow drafted vessels, such as sloops or schooners, often preferred by pirates to enter easily. But the shallow water prevented larger ships, like the men of war used by the Royal Navy, from passing. The islands also featured tall hills that allowed for easy viewing of the area. Any enemy ships lurking offshore were quickly spied. Food, rum, and companionship were plentiful, so it was no surprise that the 60-square-mile New Providence was a small but welcome habitat for pirates, buccaneers, and all manner of villainous scoundrels. Teach soon took up with one of the pirate leaders of the island, Captain Benjamin Hornigold. Known for taking on the very best crews, Hornigold was impressed with his new recruit. Teach was a tall and swarthy man. His black beard covered most of his face. He presented a frightening and powerful image. It would not be long before his distinctive hirsute feature yielded his infamous name, Blackbeard. Although his scary appearance, fearless nature, and commanding manner helped him become a natural leader, it was also Blackbeard's great knowledge of the sea that proved him a force to be reckoned with. He was well known for his skills as a navigator, easily directing a ship's course in battle and on the high seas. Teach sailed with Captain Hornigold on several encounters, plundering ships in the waters of the Caribbean. The raids were only moderately successful. The pirate captain decided they would be more effective working in consort, 2 ships in a pirate partnership. He put Teach in charge of 70 men aboard a single-masted 6-gun vessel. Working together, the pirate leaders cruised the Caribbean, terrorizing and plundering in tandem. During this time, Teach gained the experience he needed to become a fearsome pirate captain. All that was lacking was his very own ship, and that was soon to come. So you can tell by the pictures that were in the book that you have a very distinctive image of what Blackbeard or Edward Teach would have looked like. He was a very powerful, scary-looking guy and probably made a really great pirate. You can use pictures in the books to help visualize the story that's being told by the words. Alright, real quick, we're going to take a brain break. Go ahead, stand up, go ahead, stretch it out, get all crazy. Fast forward a couple minutes. Alright, so now we're going to use the 10 steps to independence. Today we're going to practice read to self. And things I want you to work on today are going to be reading the whole time, staying in one spot, reading quietly, getting started right away, and working on your reading stamina, or the amount of time that you can go ahead and concentrate and work on that reading. I'm going to go ahead and walk around, and I'm going to work with each of you a one-on-one, or if some of you need more help than others, I'll go ahead and I'll concentrate some more time. Things I don't want to see you do is disrupting the other kids in the class, squirming around in your seat, talking out loud, just bothering all the kids that are around you. I need them to concentrate so that they can work on their reading skills, and I need you to work on yours as well. Alright, they do that for about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll fast forward, and then we're going to concentrate on picking good books that fit for you and your reading level. So what I would do is I would break out the book bin, and then we would go through and have the students pick out a good book that's going to fit for them, for their interests, and 2 for their reading levels. Alright, now that all the kids have their books, they're going to go back to their spots on the floor, and they're going to go ahead and they're going to read their books for about another 10 minutes or so. We'll see how it goes with their reading stamina. Once that's done, I'm going to have them pair up with a partner, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a check for understanding. I'm just going to have them try to summarize what they've read so far in the book. Once all that's done, we'll go ahead and take a quick break, sing a song, watch a video on the smart board, and then we'll go into some of our cafe strategies. Basically working on comprehension for today. And then we'll review what we're going to do, or what we've accomplished for today. And all of that would take, roughly 2 hours to an hour and a half to 2 hours to get through. So that's a lot of things to do for the kids.